Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're completely cracking open the workflow of a wildly successful, fully AI automated YouTube channel. I mean, if you've ever spent days endlessly tweaking edits and prompting AI for graphics, well, you're definitely in the right place. We're going to deconstruct this entire strategy, step by step, straight from our source material, so you can see exactly how creators are scaling these massive faceless channels right now.
Take a second and really let that number sink in. $61,000. According to vidIQ stats from our source, that's the estimated monthly revenue being generated by a brand new, completely faceless channel. Seriously, we aren't talking about some legacy creator who spent a decade building up a massive audience. This is happening right now with fresh accounts. But here is the truly jaw-dropping part. These massive financial results, along with over 14 million total views, were achieved in a timeline of essentially just 2 months. The stakes here are incredibly high because this timeline proves the workflow is built for absolute mass scaling and efficiency. When you have the right AI infrastructure, explosive growth isn't just possible, it's actually totally formulaic. Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our exact playbook for today. We're covering 1. The 61K faceless phenomenon. 2. Setting up your AI stack. 3. Scripts, voiceovers, and transcripts. 4. Master prompting with timestamps. 5. Automating the image generation. And finally, 6. The 10-minute editing secret. Let's start with Section 1, the 61K faceless phenomenon. We're going to look at the case study that sparked this whole strategy, a super mysterious channel known simply as Zen. The statistics for this Zen channel are just explosive. They've amassed 130,000 subscribers and 14 million total views with only 12 videos uploaded. 12! Think about that. And they're doing this across broad, high-interest niches, things like primitive humans, space, aliens, and animals. Getting 14 million views with only 12 videos is the very definition of high-leverage content. It proves that this automated model works rapidly and efficiently across a really wide variety of topics. So, how are they actually keeping viewers hooked? You'd probably think it requires cinematic, high-end 3D graphics, right? Actually, it's the exact opposite. The visual hook is literally bad MS Paint-style drawings. The real secret to holding the viewer's attention here is volume. These crude, fast-moving drawings lower the viewer's expectation for cinematic quality, and instead, they hook the brain with rapid visual changes. It makes the content incredibly cheap to produce, but highly addictive to watch. It's fast, it's engaging, and it's totally built for scale. Section 2. Setting up your AI stack. How do we actually replicate this? Let's pivot to the playbook and set up the infrastructure. So here's the technical installation pipeline, and honestly, it's a super simple 1, 2, 3 process. First, you just download Claude code for desktop. Once you have an account and the desktop app open, you need to link it to an image generation tool. So step 2 is creating an account on Hicksfield and navigating to their CLI section. Now, don't let the technical jargon scare you off here. This literally just means copying a single line of text provided by Hicksfield, opening your computer's terminal, and pasting it in. You authorize access, and boom! You've just installed a powerful skill that connects Claude directly to Hicksfield's image generation. Moving to Section 3, Scripts, Voiceovers, and Transcripts. With our stack ready, we hit the content creation phase, the foundation of the whole video. Now, what's really interesting here is this vital warning regarding monetization. The source material explicitly points out that many channels using AI voiceovers, like 11 Labs, have recently been getting demonetized by YouTube. So to guarantee the long-term safety of your channel's revenue, using a real human voice is absolutely your best bet. You can record it yourself using your own mic, or if you prefer, just hire someone on Fiverr to do it for you for cheap. Once you've got your human voiceover, you've got to transcribe it. But we don't just want a block of text. We desperately need the timestamps. Timestamps are those specific second-by-second markers, like 0 seconds, 7 seconds, 15 seconds, detailing exactly when a sentence is spoken. Our source recommends using a tool called TurboScribe for this, mostly because they offer 3 free generations a day, which is plenty for this workflow. Getting these precise timestamps is literally the linchpin of this entire automation. If you get this right, the rest of it feels like magic. Section 4. Master prompting with timestamps. Let's see exactly why those markers are so crucial when the script, the timestamps, and the AI finally meet. You're going to take your time-stamped script and feed it into Claude code along with a very specific set of instructions. So the crucial point is this exact master prompt line. Generate images for a YouTube script, 1 image for every timestamp in the script. This single rule is brilliant.
By forcing the AI to look at those exact markers, 0 seconds, 7 seconds, 12 seconds, you're completely eliminating the need to manually pace or edit visuals later. The AI effectively becomes your video editor. But remember, we also have to capture that specific Zen channel aesthetic to hold attention. It's kind of funny, but you literally have to command an advanced supercomputer to draw like someone who is terrible at art. You tell it you want an extremely simple beginner drawing made in an MS Paint style. It should look like someone who is not good at drawing created it quickly by hand. It needs a white background and strictly no 3D or cinematic elements whatsoever. This guarantees that visual consistency across the entire video. All right, Section 5, automating the image generation. This is where the Hicksfield skill we installed earlier totally takes over the heavy lifting. Once you paste that script and prompt into Claude Code and hit send, the system runs the Hicksfield skill automatically. It'll prompt you to allow access, and once you click yes, it starts generating images in rapid-fire batches. For a full script, the AI will automatically generate over 100 images in one go. I mean, imagine prompting an AI 100 times manually. It would literally take all day. Here, you just sit back for 10 minutes while the AI creates a massive folder of custom-timed illustrations for your entire video. This is exactly how you unlock true scale.
And now, Section 6, the 10-minute editing secret, the grand finale. This is the trick that turns a nightmare editing session into a breezy 10-minute task.
So after Hicksfield generates the images online, you go back into Claude Code and type this absolute genius command. Please download these images locally and make their titles fit with a timestamp. This is the real magic trick of the entire playbook, guys. Claude downloads the whole batch to your computer, but it renames every single image file to match the exact second it needs to appear in the video. So your files are literally named 0.00, 0.07, 0.15, and so on. And this brilliantly illustrates why it's so incredibly fast when you open your video editor. You just drop your audio voiceover on the timeline, then you look at your image folder. The first image is named 000, so you place it at the start. The second image is named 007, so you drag the end of the first image exactly to the 7-second mark and place the second image right there. The third image is 015. You literally just drag and drop the files based on their names to the corresponding seconds on your timeline. You don't even need to listen to the audio to sync it. The AI already did all the math for you. You get a fully synced, highly engaging video put together in under 10 minutes. Which brings us to a really fascinating question raised by our source material. So many creators complain that they're stuck under 1,000 views and they think the algorithm has somehow shadow banned them. But looking at this incredibly efficient AI stack, we really have to ask, is it actually a shadow ban, or is a slow, manual workflow preventing you from producing the sheer volume of engaging content you need to break out? When you can generate 100 perfectly timed images and edit a video in 10 minutes, the only limit left is your own ambition. When you can build videos this fast, you aren't just making content anymore. You're scaling a highly efficient revenue machine. Well, that's it for me. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.